you manage another? Here we go. So the e4 from white, d4, classic Scotch Gambit, d6. Again, you can play lots of moves here. Castles make sense, c3 makes sense. Probably the best move here, I think, is just to take the pawn after a concession, which it is, to play d6, blocking in the bishop. We can have a superior version of the Scotch game with knight takes d4. So that's the move I probably recommend here. But c3 makes a lot of sense. Gambiting another pawn. Black's clearly keen to take the pawn. There's a chap called Hart, about whom I know nothing. And queen b3. So we're forcing black to make some sort of defensive move here. Queen e7, blocking the bishop, which was not well off to start with. Castles, and black can take their e-pawn if they like, but rook e1 is going to be a disappointment in a reply. b6, surely not the best way to defend this, but knight takes c3, knight a5, and I would have tried to keep my keep the bishop from being swapped for just a knight by playing queen a4 check here, but queen b4, that's fine. Takes, bishop b7, rook e1 as promised, and now castle's queen side, and that's so we've looked at games where Morphy catches the king in the middle. We've looked at his terrific kingside attack against Samuel Bowden, and Hart has decided to try their luck on the queen side. Bishop f to f4, just developing as fast as possible. f6, not developing. not a good strategy, I don't think. Rook ac1, lining up the rook against the king. King steps out of the way. Knight to d5, and tempting black to swap, but that opens up a line against the queen, and also without that light squared bishop there's all these holes in black's defences over there on the queen side, and white makes good use of them. Queen d7, knight d4, there you are straight away, eyeing the c6 square. Knight e7, queen a6, c5 looks a bit optimistic. I mean, what else are you going to do? I don't know, but d takes c6, d takes c6 en passant, in passing, and I think we can see the outlines of a very strong attack here. The alternative, instead of playing c5, was queen c8, but I think this is just winning for white. We've got queen a4, and now knight to c6 check is in the post. If we play knight to c6 check immediately, that's not so strong, because the black knight can swap it off. But after, for example, a6, rook takes e7, bishop takes e7, knight c6 check, king b7, and well, we can't take the a pawn, but we can take the bishop. We can come back to c6, and after rook e8 here, white's got a winning game. We're ahead in material. We've got two pieces for a rook, but if the rook that black has got is the one on h8, I think we can see that's not really doing an awful lot for black's prospects. But anyhow, the game went on with c5, d takes c6, queen c8, and c7 check, king a8 takes the rook, making a queen. Black recaptures. I mean, it's all over really, isn't it? It's knight b5, threatening mate, queen b8, and now rook to c7, ganging up on a7. So just the same sorts of ideas. We develop as fast as we can. We open up lines against the king. We use our extra development, if we can, to harass the enemy king. So 1-0. Poor Morphy playing the Scotch Gambit in what I'm pretty sure was a simultaneous display against a chap called Hart.